friends, it's Angela Hochman, your host of In the Kitchen on STL TV. Now, if you notice by the atmosphere and perhaps the wind in my hair, we are not in studio, but rather today we're taking the show on the road. We are here at the amazing 21C Museum Hotel. A couple months ago, if you remember, I invited Chef Matthew Daughaday to come with me into the studio and talk about Idlewild, and we cooked this amazing shrimp dish. Well, today, we're bringing things a little more casual. We are gonna visit the Good Press Cafe. We're gonna make some coffee, eat some food, talk, just all the things. So, you picked a great show to tune in. We got a lot going on. Let's go get started. Okay, as promised, I brought on Chef Matthew Daughaday from Idlewild and the Good Press Cafe, where we are sitting right now. Chef, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
Good, well, it's so nice to sit and talk with you again. I am like just in awe of the whole vibe of this museum, hotel, coffee shop, everything. Talk a little bit about the ambiance before we get into the food.
Yeah, this is a beautiful space over here in this corner over here. You know, we got artwork that's done by Nick Cave and Bob Faust, so a local artist on our ceiling here, and some nice warm colors that make it casual and relaxing and a good vibe for a coffee house.
I just love, I mean, I was saying right when you walk in, it's got this bold, vibrant orange, which is so inviting to me and so happy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, cool. I already feel good about the choices I'm gonna make with your menu because you've set the tone aesthetically. And I mean, this place is amazing. So I want to talk a little bit about the food and the offerings that Good Press has and how you choose to really intentionally choose local.
Yeah, I mean, we made a big effort to kind of find local vendors to kind of service, and that was one of the first places that we started. So Northwest Coffee for our coffee.
Shout out to Jason Wilson.
Yeah, no, they do a great job and came in and did an awesome job training staff and getting us going. And Big Heart Tea for tea. They make some really, really amazing stuff. And then on the food side, Union Loafers for all of our toast and bread options and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, we made a really intentional effort to reach out to people locally. Pastries coming from Le Bon Boucher, so a little bit of everybody. That
You really pulled out everybody,
Yeah.
all the stops. That's awesome. And I think people do feel better when they're choosing local. So right when you come in, you're like, okay, cool, I like the vibe, but oh wait, I can also choose local within a local spot. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of intent of 21C just as a whole to fit themselves into the neighborhood and be a part of the local scene. And so for a little neighborhood cafe, you gotta go with local options.
And I have to say, Chef, I love the choice of simple menu items. Sometimes I feel like people try so hard to get so eclectic and wild, and people just want, I don't even want to use the word basic, but regular feel-good foods. So how has that played into you designing this menu?
Yeah, I mean, it's a small space and we don't have a lot of room for a lot of extra options, but you still want to give choices. And so we try to be approachable and come with some options that were, you know, familiar to people, but very well curated, I think. So I mean, from smoothies to overnight oats to, you know, classic croissant breakfast sandwiches to a breakfast burrito. So yeah, I mean, we try to make things approachable, but for breakfast side of things, everything's made a la carte, fresh out of the kitchen. So you know it's being made to order for you. And so yeah, I mean, it just makes it, whether you're a guest that's coming in from out of town on the go or local neighborhood person who come and can get your breakfast sandwich every morning, it presents a great option.
So based on your location, do you see a lot of just regular foot traffic when there's a lot of action going on in this particular area?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fun, whether, you know, you have a soccer game going on and people are kind of coming in to get their start before they go, or you see a lot of familiar faces just from the lofts that are down and around here. So it's kind of cool to walk in and see the same person that you saw last week. And so, yeah, no, I mean, it's, there's a lot going on downtown, and it becomes a great place to start before you go to soccer game, baseball game, something like that. So.
Heck yeah, and there's so many feel-good choices. Like I said, you have just a few of each category, which is good because too much on the menu is just like, oh my gosh, overwhelming.
Yeah.
But how often does your menu change because you choose a lot of local stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we try to keep certain staple items. So again, if you're into that breakfast sandwich every morning, you have it. But with our sandwiches and stuff like that from lunch or breakfast items, seasonally we try to keep up to what's going on, especially from the coffee side. They'll always play around with a local special drink. So.
Ooh, well, I want to dip into this whole what to drink menu, which everything looks so good. Do you have a favorite?
I keep it simple with, you know.
You a black coffee kind of guy?
Black coffees or, you know, reach out to the mochas and stuff like that. But they have a lot of fun matchas and stuff like that. I think every different type of alt milk that you can have.
Okay, what in the world? Pistachio milk? What?
Yeah,
I've never heard of anyone doing that, and I like a good alternative milk.
Yeah, you see the almond milk and oat milk a lot, but pistachio is kind of a new one to me as well, and we go through a ton of it, so obviously people enjoy it.
I bet. Well, I just wanted to get into some of these designed ones. You've got things like lavender lattes, you've got a Mexican mocha. I'm guessing, does that have a little kick to it?
Yeah, a little bit of spice to it, and you know, we have a great team over there that's doing the coffees, and Blake, who kind of heads up the program. And so, yeah, I mean, they're always kind of trying out new flavors and new syrups and stuff like that, and they make everything in-house for all those syrups, so the options are limitless.
Yeah.
From what they can do.
I love that. That's one of my favorite qualities in a place. Options are limitless. Yeah. So I have to ask you, Chef, what would you say has surprised you the most once the Good Press opened their doors?
You know, how constant the traffic has been from it. You know, we knew that we didn't really know what to expect, whether we'd really capture that crowd or, you know, how much we'd get from the hotel traffic. But, you know, from day one, it stayed fairly constant and steady, which has been a nice surprise for downtown St. Louis.
Heck yes.
So it means that we're doing something right. And again, always trying to add to options and stuff like that and keep people coming back, so.
And I will just ask you one more semi-loaded question, but so there are a lot of coffee shops in St. Louis. What makes the Good Press different and unique?
Different and unique.
I know, put you on the spot.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of awesome coffee houses. And, you know, downtown, again, lacks a lot of options sometimes. And so
one can only have so much Starbucks.
You know, from the fact that you can go tour a museum after having your coffee or sit down in a space and, again, kind of get a jump start to touring downtown. I think it gives you a lot of different options for what your day is. Yeah. And whether you're coming as a guest from the hotel, you don't need to go anywhere. You can just step right downstairs. Or if you live in the neighborhood and going to the game before or something like that, it's, again, I think our location and just a fun, cool, laid-back spot. So.
Yes. And I feel like everyone I've talked to that's set foot in the 21C said, get there maybe an hour before you plan to do whatever you want to do there, whether it's eat at Idlewild or come here or check in or something, just to take in the scene.
Yeah, I mean,
how does that make you feel?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, you'll stop in for a coffee and then, again, you start seeing the artwork and then you make your way upstairs and, again, you can find yourself distracted for an hour walking around just seeing all the different things there are to look at.
Distracted in the best way.
Yeah. No.
I took a very long walk to the bathroom because I was like, whoa, look at that, look at that. I mean, every place, but it's not so overstimulating that it's stressful. Yeah. It's just cool.
Yeah, I mean,
it's different.
From the staircase going upstairs, which is probably one of the most photographed things in St. Louis right now. Yes. Every corner you turn around, there's something awesome to look at. So it makes it a very fun space to work.
Absolutely. I bet this is a very Instagrammable place you got here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, we are going to take a quick break, but when we come back, don't worry, because if your tummies are rumbling like mine is, you're in luck. We are going to make the smoked salmon ricotta toast. I don't find that in any other coffee shops. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. It made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Okay, I know I said we're going in the kitchen to make smoked ricotta toast, but I could not pass up an opportunity to be barista for a moment with my new friend Blake. Blake, how's it going?
It's going great. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, we are here. We are inside the Good Press Cafe. I am geeking out about these glorious machines. What are we gonna make?
Today we're gonna make our Good Press iced coffee. It's our monthly signature. It's got cold brew, a double shot of espresso, vanilla, and then a little bit of milk.
Oh my gosh, talk about a way to knock out your to-do list really fast. And before we get into it, what's the deal with the community impact program and how can that one cup of coffee make a big difference?
So every time you order our Good Press iced coffee, you're gonna get $1 donated to our charity of the month, which is a local charity with our impact program here at the hotel.
Now, if that's not a way to make people feel good about the choices that they're making, and you know you're giving back to something, so it's like you want to support that more. But let's get started. What do we do?
Well, first we're gonna start with grabbing our ice cup.
This is fancy. I don't even feel like I should be allowed here, but okay. Ice. Ice, ice, baby.
Have a nice scoop of ice.
Okay.
Want about 3 cubes high. We're gonna come
Wait,
over
say
here.
that again, 3
about
cubes?
3 cubes high.
Oh, got it, stacked it up, okay. I was like, you got more than 3 cubes in there, Blake. What's on tap?
This is our cold brew on tap. It's our still cold brew we make in-house.
So tell me, how long does that have to steep? Cold brew is like its own thing,
Cold
right?
brew, the way we do it for 24 hours. And we make it at room temperature, but then we keep it down in our refrigerator for about 24 hours.
Okay.
And we drain it out and we make a concentrate. Once it's done, we'll add equal parts water to it and it's good to go.
Okay. Okay, so we got the cold
So
brew.
we got this. The next thing we're gonna add is we're gonna take some of our house-made vanilla syrup.
Ooh.
We normally do about 1 ounce.
Equivalent to about one of those little shot situations. Is this a favorite drink of yours?
It's definitely one of my favorites.
What is your favorite thing?
My
Don't leave me
favorite-
hanging.
It's actually gonna be our black walnut latte. If
What?
you don't know, Missouri is the largest producer of Missouri black walnuts.
I did not know that.
I didn't either until I started working here. But yeah, so Missouri is the largest producer of black walnuts.
Oh, is
and
that
we take
pretty?
that and we make a syrup with it, and it's fantastic.
I
Sweet,
like
nutty,
a good, like,
little
wild
fruity.
latte, and I've never seen anything like that.
All right, next up, we're gonna make our shot of espresso.
Ooh, can I try it?
Oh, you wanna do it? Go
I was
ahead.
like, I've been geeking out at home
No
trying
worries.
to do this.
Place it
Uh,
right on there.
Right on here?
We'll tap this button right there.
Smells so good.
yeah.
Like it wakes you up instantly. Now wait,
And then-
I bet I
so you
know.
grab that. We'll give it a few taps. We want to kind of level that out. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Do I get to use the tamper?
Oh yeah, you can use
Are
the
you
tamp.
impressed? I know that.
And then we'll take this. You want to sit on the end of the counter
Oh. Tamp
and then
away.
tamp down.
Wow. I feel like it's already
Yep,
waking
we'll wipe
me up.
off that little. All right, then we're
Okay.
gonna lock that in. Go from the left, all the way to the left. and then
Okay.
right. Oh yeah, you're a pro. Oh,
Don't speak too soon, Blake. I'm about to break your fancy
No worries.
machine.
there we go. We'll lock it in,
He's like, I'm not gonna hire you now.
and then we're good to go.
So what is the difference? There's 1 cup, 2 cup? I mean,
So we have a single shot of espresso, a double shot, and then
Oh.
our manual option.
that just looks like a wild card. It's
Yeah, it'll keep going all day long. All
That
right,
goes in here?
goes right in there.
Holy cow. Angela Hochman, your new neighborhood barista.
Look at that.
Now what?
Now all we have to do is give it a quick stir, and we are good to go.
What's this fancy? That's
This is our bar spoon.
just a bar spoon?
You want to use
Oh,
it? You want to try it?
Kinda.
It's super nice.
Makes me feel very tiny
Oh,
when
yeah.
I'm using this big.
It's huge.
Holy cow. Okay. Okay, Blake, let's see. Oh my.
Great, right?
Oh my goodness gracious. Do you offer classes? Because I think I would like to learn
You
how to
definitely
make this at
should.
home. But since that's not going to happen, I know where I am going to come for my neighborhood coffee, because also ordering this, like you said, makes a huge difference in the charity world. Blake, it's been fun. Thank you so much.
problem.
Now we're going to go in the kitchen. Okay, we have eventually made it to the kitchen. I know I got sidetracked in Good Press, but like you mentioned, Chef, we are going to make a smoked salmon ricotta toast.
Yep, that's correct.
And this right here, I'm looking at Union Loafers bread.
Yeah, we start out with a good base with some Union Loafers bread down on the base, and then a few other things that we'll add on top, and ends up to be one of our most popular dishes.
I mean, this is a very hearty, lofty piece of bread.
Yeah, you got to start your day off right
I
with
love it.
something substantial.
I love it. Okay, so walk me through how we create this.
So to kind of start off, we're gonna just a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter just to get a nice toast on the bread.
Just a little bit. You want me to?
Thank you.
Oh.
So yeah, we get the butter swirled in there. We'll let the kind of toast sit just so we get a nice golden brown on that toast. But yeah, we'll get it nice and golden brown, and it's not a dish that's served warm, but that kind of toasty crisp for the bread.
Oh, it makes all the difference.
Adds a lot for the texture. So I'll give it a few more seconds to just get nice and toasty, and then we'll be able to kind of build our toast.
Would you say this is one of your most popular breakfast items?
Yeah, between this and the avocado toast, I think they race to see who's the most popular. So.
I mean, I love that you take anything that kind of sounds ordinary, like avocado toast, but I have no doubt in my mind that you kick it up and make it the most unique, yummy avocado toast.
Yeah, I mean, like the flavors that we're putting along with are just classic things that go along with gravlax, but I think the whipped ricotta down as a base, some really good bread. Once we get a nice golden brown on the toast, kind of warms it up, it will help with ricotta to spread a little bit nicer. So we'll get the good toast on one side and go a little bit lighter on the second side.
Is anyone else going to start making toast like that? I am.
So yeah, once we get that down, we have an herb whipped ricotta.
Oh.
So we make the ricotta in-house, and then we whip a little bit of tarragon, dill, parsley, chervil, a little bit of lemon just to add some acid.
Oh my
And we'll put a nice layer down as a base, something for our salmon to sit on top of, and all the herbs and everything complement the salmon really well.
Yeah, you really thought of everything that will make the salmon pop and incorporated those. It's a happening place, lots of action. And while you're putting the salmon on, I want to talk, because this might be the biggest restaurant kitchen I've ever seen. Talk about all that this kitchen and the kitchen upstairs that's technically attached produces.
Yeah, so out of this kitchen, we're doing food for Good Press for breakfast and lunch. And then as soon as 3 o'clock rolls around, we'll switch over and start doing our lounge menu for Idle Wolf.
Cheers,
and
happy hour.
Yeah, got to get started. And then that menu will run from 3 o'clock all the way through 11 o'clock, where we'll finish out with the lounge menu.
Okay.
And Idle Wolf restaurant closing around 10.
And not to mention room service for the entire hotel.
Yeah, we do room service.
I'm sure you do a ton of catering.
Yeah, we do a ton of banquet business, and so we have another full kitchen upstairs, which gives us a lot of room.
So we got capers, I presume.
Yeah, so we have capers, and we do fry our capers. They can be served raw or fried. We do a decent amount of chives. The chives kind of help pop it off.
Gotta love a chive.
A little bit of red onion. Our kind of secret to the red onion is to soak it in a little bit of water. Helps perk up the onion, but also takes a little bit of that bite out.
Really? Soak it in water for how long?
Anywhere up to 5 minutes just kind of has that effect of doing it, and then you can just drain it off, and it takes a little bit of that edge, that bite of the red onion off.
Yeah, because it can be kind of bold, and then all day you're like, why did I have that onion? But not here.
Yeah, try to think about all the little details.
Parsley?
So this is chervil, so it's like the baby cousin to parsley. It's a little bit more mild on the flavor, and it goes really well. So yeah, a lot of herbs, a lot of good flavors to it. Helps brighten it up.
Is it time to try some?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go grab a fork and we can dig in. Yeah, we make nice little bite-sized pieces for you.
To bring it all back, this really is truly approachable and a little less intimidating.
Yeah, so here we go.
Oh my goodness. Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo. Okay, I'm going this side. I probably have it all over my face. This is wild. Do I have ricotta on me?
Yeah, I think you're clean. You're good. So yeah, the creaminess and the smoked salmon.
Good.
It goes really well together.
Oh my goodness. This is insane. My head is still going to explode from the way that you made toast. I'm trying that at home.
Yeah.
Anything else you want people to know about this really vibrant, bustling kitchen that we've taken over this morning?
Yeah, no, it's nonstop. We have a lot of fun. So and always trying to come up with new options. So definitely check it out and see what we got going on.
Absolutely. And the Idle Wolf menu obviously is going to be found on their website. Make a day of it here. I am from St. Louis, but I feel like I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
This hotel is just so cool and the food is so different. I'm going to text at least 10 friends and tell them to run, don't walk here. All right, friends, that is going to do it for this episode of In the Kitchen on the Road. But like I mentioned, the 21C Hotel is where it's at. So follow the Good Press Cafe on all things social media. See what's going on. Did I even mention there's a gift shop in the coffee shop? This place just keeps on going. Also, while you are on social media, make sure you follow In the Kitchen because the show is for you. We want to feature the restaurants that you think need to be showcased in St. Louis. So if you're out and about eating, having a great meal somewhere, shoot us a message on the Facebook page and say, hey, I think blah de blah restaurant will be great because you never know who's going to join me in the kitchen next. But that's going to do it from this fun-filled, action-packed episode. Thank you so much, Chef Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Join us for the next episode of In the Kitchen where we will be back in studio. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.